Thank you for joining us on News Now. I am Frank Omalape. And now the death toll from Saturday's bandit attack at Runji Village in the Zangon Kataf local government area of Kaduna State has risen to 33. This was disclosed by the chairman of the local government, Francis Sani. He said that over 40 houses were burnt down by the attackers, while 7 persons sustained varying degrees of injuries and are presently receiving treatment at the hospital. And while the 33 victims of the attack have been given a mass burial amidst tears by relatives and members of the community who gathered to witness the funeral service. Now the resident call on the security agencies and the government to urgently stop the lingering insecurity in the southern part of Kaduna before they are completely wiped out. Away from there now, Delta State Commissioner for Oil and Gas, Prince Emmanuel Agbaduba, has escaped abduction from kidnappers. This was contained in a post on the Commissioner's Facebook page Monday. The Commissioner revealed that the incident occurred on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. while he was on his way to Warri, Delta State. According to the post, the abductors blocked his car along the Nigerian Port Authority Expressway in their effort to kidnap him. While thanking God for protection, he urged motorists to be vigilant, especially along the Warri axis. The Azikiwe International Airport chapter of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria has advised travelers and stakeholders to make contingency plans in order to avoid missing their flights and appointment. France management at the Abuja airport issued the advisory in a statement on Monday in response to a 2-day strike by some aviation unions, which it said could disrupt scheduled flight operations. According to the authority, NAIA would be open for operations as usual, but however, warned that passengers may experience disruptions in flight operations as a result of the planned strike action. The Aviation Authority also said it regrets any inconvenience that may be faced by travelers.
The protest is on 3 principal issues. One is the fact that since 2019, when we had a new minimum wage, two particular agencies in the aviation industry are yet to benefit from that act. That is NIMET and AIB. Despite necessary approvals that have been given, they have not been paid. And that is one of the legs of the disagreement. The second is that the conditions of service for some of the agencies which had been gone through due process, some of them for up to 13 years, have been lying fallow at the Salaries and Wages Commission and the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation.
So I'm still wondering whether we could fly to Leh or not. So you're not aware of this situation? I'm not aware at all. I don't have any idea at all. It's quite unfortunate.
Are you hopeful that you'll still be able to make your journey?
I wouldn't know. By the time we get to the airport, we'll know whether there will be a flight or not. So we don't know yet.
Away from the now, a former senator who represented Kogi West in National Assembly, Dino Melaye, has won the People's Democratic Party ticket for the Kogi State governorship election schedule for November 11th, 2023. Dino polled 313 votes to defeat his closest rival, Jabiru Usman, who polled 127 votes. The chairman, PDP Primary Election Committee, Ahmed Markafi, announced the result on Sunday at end of the indirect primary held in Lokoja, the Kogi State capital. A former deputy governor, Yomi Awuni, scored 77 votes, and the PDP governorship candidate in 2019, Musa Wada, had a total of 56 votes. Dino will contest the November 11th, 2023 poll alongside the former Auditor General of Local Government in Kogi State, Usman Ododo, who is a candidate of the All Progressive Congress in this state. The incumbent Governor Yaya Bello had days ago endorsed Ododo. And now the People's Democratic Party has demanded the arrest of the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State, Hudu Unisa Ari. PDP, in a statement on Sunday by its spokesperson Debo Ologo Nagba, said the declaration of Aisha Binani as winner of the Adamawa State governorship election while the collation was ongoing is illegal. He stated that such move is seen as usurping the duties and powers of the returning officer, Professor Muhammad Mele. The statement said the PDP also demands the immediate prosecution of Ari for making an illegal declaration in criminal usurpation of the duties and powers of the returning officer, Professor Muhammad Mele, while collation was ongoing. He said it is even more absurd that the Adamawa State REC did not only usurp the powers of the returning officer but attempted to declare a winner without figures in reckless violation of the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, and the Electoral Act 2022, INEC guidelines, as well as the sensibility of the state. The PDP's reaction comes few hours after Independent National Electoral Commission suspended the collation of the exercise in the state. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Barrister Festus Okoye condemned the action of the Adamawa REC, saying it usurps the power of the returning officer. And now the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has expressed doubt over constitutionally provided restrictions placed on a presidential candidate with dual citizenship from contesting elections. The former Lagos State Governor shared his perspective, giving photos of what appeared to be a Guinean passport with the President-elect Bola Tinubu as it had been widely shared online over the weekend. The allegations of Tinubu purportedly being a citizen of both Nigeria and Guinea generated uproar among citizens, especially those opposed to his emergence as the president-elect in the February 25 election. Fashola, former chief of staff to Tinubu, said during a live television appearance that he knows Tinubu carries a Nigerian passport but does not know about dual citizenship. Asked if the provision cited applied to presidential candidate, the senior advocate of Nigeria said he would need to revisit the constitution for the specifics of its provision on the matter. And now a call has gone out to the Oyo State government to come to the aid of Abidogun community in Omi Adio Ibadan and rescue them from the activities of land grabbers which had begun to threaten the peaceful coexistence in the community. The Ijesha resident in Abidogun community made the call during a peaceful protest in the community while accusing one Yekini Lasisi as the leader of the land grabbers syndicate currently threatening the peace of the community. Speaking with journalists during the protest, Pastor Bamidele Ademoroti, a septuagenarian, explained that he was born and bred in the community and that the land currently being encroached upon by land grabbers had been rightly occupied by his forefathers for many decades. He argued that over the years, a tenant who had claimed ownership of some portions of the land had been taken to court, with 2 court judgments obtained in favor of the Ijesha people. Pastor Ademoroti, however, berated the recent move by one Yekini Lasisi who had violently begun to sell off some of the lands in the Abidogun community upon which the Ijesha people had built their church and other old residential structures. Also speaking, Elder Isaac Obembe said as law-abiding people, the Ijesha residents had consulted with necessary stakeholders and have equally cautioned their children not to resort to violence with the land grabbers while urgently expecting the law to take its course.
We were invited, we were called, and that is why we were here, just to let people know that both left and right belong to Ijesha community. If you observe this environment, this front, our father told us that the Oyo people said Ijesha people are honor. If war should come to this village by that time, he will first of all attack Ijesha before attacking the Ibadan. So the Ibadan people settle at the inner there, while Ijesha people settle at the entrance. Now that Ijesha settle at the entrance, and the entrance has become a Buddhist place now, he's now arose and said he wanted to start selling all those land, which we believe is ambiguous. It's spoiling. It's not a welcome development. And we are not a troublemaker.